traders. This is Vishal. Welcome to Nifty Short Term View, episode number 18. Before starting the video, I would like to wish all of you a very happy Republic Day. And I would also like to share with you one small post which I had shared on my Twitter handle yesterday. You can see this is my Twitter handle. And yesterday in live market, somewhere at 9:24 a.m. I had just shared a small trend line support basically on Nifty Futures daily chart. You can see over here clearly shared that this is a critical area support band. How price reacts here needs to be seen, and I will put a more light on this in my upcoming educational video. So probably I'll share more on this now, and you can see when I had posted it, I think Nifty Futures was trading somewhere around 16,900, and this particular support band helped the market to bounce from 16,900 to almost, you can see 17,283. So it's a hell of a pullback in a single day. Now, is this a ray of hope amid volatility, or is it just a bounce back? So that is the million-dollar question, which is probably revolving in everyone's mind. Now, first, I would like to analyze the daily chart in front of all of you. Now, in the daily chart, it is crisp clear that the trend is absolutely down. Okay. And one prominent feature of this downtrend is rise in volatility. You can see the volatility is so high that on an average day, even if Nifty Futures move 250 to 260 points in a day, I don't think I'll be surprised. Okay. Now, only thing is this particular day, these 3 to 4 candles are all right in terms of size, but this particular candle is very big in size. And the reason for that is probably I had shared in my previous video that 17,400 is a decent support. Once you see a close below this, you will see a little bit more correction coming up. So I think the force of selling was so high that this was broken in intraday, and we saw a pretty steep fall from 17,400 to 16,900, close to that. Okay. And now we have seen a one-day pullback. And this one-day pullback is on the back of two trend lines. Now, one trend line is holding from the bottom of March 2020. And the second trend line, you can see over here, is holding on since 22nd of April 2021. So these are two important trend lines, and this is a decent support band. You can see prices are also below the moving averages. RSI is also down. And if I want to analyze more in the hourly chart, I can see that the trend in the hourly chart is flat, but we are still in a pullback mode. On the upside, the immediate resistance band is 17,400 to 17,722. So this entire band is going to act as a strong resistance for the market. So we need to understand, even if market moves higher, this will just be a pullback, my friends. Even if it comes to possibly say 17,500 or even 17,600, this is just going to be a pullback. Until and unless we don't start closing above 17,800 or something, at least above that, till that I will be very careful in case if I want to go long. I'll be extremely careful. Okay, please be very careful in your approach, my friends. And let me share some information on Bank Nifty Futures. In Bank Nifty Futures, the trend is flat in the daily chart. But yes, in terms of comparison, if I want to compare Nifty and Bank Nifty, that yes, we can clearly see that Bank Nifty has outperformed Nifty Futures by falling a little bit less. And overall structure, the current structure, not the overall structure, but this current structure is looking slightly strong in Bank Nifty Futures. Although we should understand that the trend in the daily and in the hourly chart is absolutely flat. We are not in an uptrend. And we can see there is again a short-term resistance band from 37,750 to 38,273. So this entire resistance band is going to, give stiff resistance to the market. And this is a pretty big green candle which has come up on the 50% retracement of this particular rally, which is a good sign. But just with one single candle can we entirely reverse the market? The question is that. Now, my answer to that is it can, but you have to be again very careful because you can see there is a trend line resistance in the daily chart. We can see 3 points have already been met and one over here. On this particular day, prices did try to close above this trend line, but they were unsuccessful and we saw a correction from this day onwards. This was the top. So this trend line, the importance of this trend line is extremely high in the market currently. So we will need the price to close above this particular trend line resistance, which is close to 38,300 or 400. So until and unless that does not happen, we have to be very, very careful while trading in the market, my friends. And do not forget, again, the main feature of this particular correction is volatility. If you see in Bank Nifty futures, I think in a single day, seeing 700 to 800 points in Bank Nifty future is a very, very okay thing for me. All right. But there are two sectors which have shown strength according to me, and I would like to share them with you. First is Nifty Auto. Now what has happened is this is a support band. All right. Now what has happened? Yes, no doubt that when the entire market corrected, even Nifty Auto correct. But what has happened is that from the support band, we have seen a strong pullback from here. And there are few stocks which are showing strength. A stock like Maruti. We saw a very big one-day rally happening in Maruti. So in a bad market, when the stock is sustained, we saw that stock is not coming down. And after consolidation, the rally continued. This is a good sign. And another sector which I would like to share with you is PSU banks. Now, PSU banks have come down. I again agree there was a negative divergence over here. But again, from this particular support of 50% retracement, we have seen a big green candle. And if I combine these two candlesticks, then it looks like a bullish engulfing pattern, sort of a bullish engulfing pattern. It's not a classical bullish engulfing pattern because this is not a spinning top, but it looks like one. But nevertheless, in such a market, such good candlestick pattern should be respected. But again, said and done, we need to cross this previous high because we can see this one and this two. Two times PSU banks did try to clear this area, but they were unsuccessful. If this time they are able to close above this PSU bank, especially the SBI bank, because that's the only stock which I'm tracking currently in the PSU banking space. So if we see some sort of positive move over here and prices closing above this recent high, then we can say that auto pack and PSU banking spaces are looking strong and they might outperform in the near term. All right. So traders, be very, very careful in your approach in the market because all of us know that, budget is coming up and anything can happen. And I think it's just a wild guess. Basically, everyone wants to know that whether this support will, create a bottom in the market or not. It's very easy to, say rather than trade basically, because what happens is when volatility is extremely high, many times even strong supports don't work and many times even small supports work. Okay, so when volatility is very, very high, market is not going to listen to anyone. Market will do what it wants to do. So even if you trade, be sure that you reduce your position size because this is the time of not trying to predict a top or bottom and say that मैंने बोला था ऐसा होगा और ये हो गया market में. It's not that time. Okay, I did share a support and prices did bounce back from there, but I did also mention that we'll need to see and wait how the entire price action pans out, because if I try to buy over here at a support, which I generally don't do, okay, because I'm more of a swing and a trend follower, I'm a breakout trader, and if Nifty futures would continue falling down, then I would look like a absolute fool in the market currently, right? So we need to respect the volatility of the market, we need to respect the price, and we need to be very, very cautiously we should be approaching the market, because today is already Wednesday and we have possibly 3 to 4, I think just 3 days more before the budget day. So guys, be very, very careful. And even if you trade, please reduce your position sizes, position sizing for time being, and then initiate your trades. Stay safe and trade wisely. And please share this video with your fellow traders, because there are many people in this current volatility which would have been shaken, especially the newbies, the new traders who have come up in the market in last 1 or 2 years. They would admire this video because it would help them to understand and gauge the current state of the market. And let me know by your comments below, how did you find this video? Trade well.